What is prehab? It's exercise designed to improve your movement quality as well as your physical resilience. It's commonly used to strengthen weak areas even if you're not in pain. Prehab is done proactively to improve your performance. Rehab is done reactively as a response to injury. Guys, the body is smart. It tries to protect you. So if it deems there being any weakness around your shoulder, it's going to limit your strength potential. Take, for example, overhead pressing type of exercises. If your body sees this as being a bit apprehensive of a movement, it's going to limit how big and strong that you can get. No matter how much you try and push through with those prime movers involved in the exercise, if your foundation of rotator cuff strength isn't there, your performance will be bottlenecked. In terms of building your range of motion, increasing mobility, increasing flexibility, bands are a smart choice. Passive stretching, on the other hand, has limitations. Let's talk about it. You see, passive stretching lengthens muscles, but it doesn't teach the nervous system how to control that new range. Excessive passive stretching without any strengthening can overstretch ligaments and tendons, leading to joint instability. Spending time at that end range without tension, it doesn't teach your brain how to control the joints. For example, if we're using a child's pose for shoulder flexion, it's just not going to teach you how to keep your arms overhead compared to doing shoulder flexion with resistance overhead. The same can be said for shoulder extension. If we're just stretching out here and hanging out, we're not teaching our brain how to control that range by comparison to something active, say a dislocate, where you're actually having to overcome resistance and teach your brain and your nervous system how to move. Bands build active mobility, meaning it allows the muscles to stabilize the shoulder joints. It reinforces movement control through the full range of motion in a way that passive stretching can't. Seriously, band mobility, it gives you the best of both worlds. It increases your range of motion, but it also increases your strength so that you're able to control it and use it in everyday life. With bands, we've got accommodating resistance. The bands increase their resistance as they stretch, which is awesome for shoulder mobility exercises because towards the end range where we need this extra tension, that's where our shoulders are most vulnerable and they're the most weak, so we've got the most to gain. With bands, you're able to unlock multi-planar strength of the shoulder because we can appreciate with this joint how many different movements that it can do well beyond the sagittal, frontal, and transverse plane of motion. We've got everything in between. So by using bands, we can actually bulletproof our shoulders in every possible direction. Circumduction, the combination of different scapular as well as shoulder movements. Because of your ability to center the shoulder joint in the socket, you're going to have better performance at the gym. You're going to have increased force production to all of those prime mover muscles involved in pushing and pulling. So you're going to have increased force, increased performance, which leads to more muscle and strength. With this enhanced proprioception, you're also going to have more consistency of your technique. This leads to more of that force going to your muscles and less of it going towards the joints and tendons. A stable shoulder allows you to master your technique on every upper body exercise much quicker. Because of this increased harmony of the muscles around your glenohumeral joint, your rotator cuff is going to stabilize the joints. So you're going to be less shaky and wonky. Refining these movement patterns with a steadfast technique really does happen thanks to that increased proprioception and scapular control. An important note about warm-ups, these band mobility exercises are a general, non-specific way of prehabbing your shoulder complex. They're helpful, but not essential before your training. The best warm-up you can do is a specific warm-up on the exercises you're training for the day. Take, for example, the bench press. You do a set with the bar, then you add a plate on each side, and then you move on to heavier weights. This warms up the specific movement and muscles involved in the exercise. Remember, band mobility is no replacement for hard training. You're not going to unlock superhuman bodyweight strength or lift heavy-ass weights by rotating some bands all day. It has to be part of a holistic training program. I put this together. It's an absolutely free ebook, complete calisthenics program for at-home training. Full body, upper body, lower body workouts, sets, reps, concepts, absolutely everything you need for training success